Hi everybody, I'm Tom Sweeney and I'm here today as a witness, as are you a witness. It's a demonstration of American ingenuity. Actually, it's Tylok ingenuity, which means great advancement in the instrumentation business. Vice President for Sales for Tylok is this fellow right here, Mike Palinkas. Mike, before we get into the fun, if you will, what is the Tylok story? Give us some background.
Sure, Tom. In 1947, Cullen Crawford designed and invented the original flareless fitting nut and tube ferrule system. He went into business with another gentleman and formed the Crawford Fitting Company. A new and innovative industry was born, making it far easier to make tubing connections. Prior to this, you needed to flare the tube with a flaring tool. This new invention reduced installation time and errors. End users from all over the world have made billions of connections, and so Mr. Crawford is known as the founder of the flareless fitting. Mr. Crawford and his partner later separated and he founded Tylok in 1955. Years later, Crawford Fitting Company was renamed. Today it is known as CBC-Lok. In the year 2000, Tylok introduced a double ferrule fitting, fully interchangeable with Cullen Crawford's original design. We call this the CBC-Lok tube fitting.
Mike, that was a great compressed history, but what is it that we're going to see today? What is it we're going to do?
Today I'm going to demonstrate the intermixability of Tylok's CBC-Lok brand tube fitting with other manufacturers' products.
Now, just so that I understand correctly, you are mixing Tylok components with components from an entirely different manufacturer, and the system will in fact work at least as equally well.
Absolutely. In this case, we're going to use a competitor's front ferrule, and the rest of the system will be made up of Tylok's CBC-Lok brand tube fitting components, the body, nut, and rear ferrule.
I got you.
Grab the magnifying glass and take a look. You can see the competitor name, heat code, stamp, and material.
It's small, Mike, but it's there.
Absolutely. We're going to use the competitor front ferrule and intermix it with our system.
Now it's a mixed component.
It's an intermixed system, absolutely. What we're going to go ahead and do is mark the body hex and the nut hex with a marker so we have a visual inspection for proper installation. In the 1/4 inch to 1 inch size range, you're going to tighten the nut a turn and a quarter past finger tight. That's industry standard.
All right, Mr. Wizard, show us how it works.
Okay. We'll go ahead and tighten the nut. You can see we're just about at 1 full turn.
Lined up.
Need to go a turn and a quarter past finger tight.
We're good.
And that should just about do it right there. What I'm going to go ahead and do now is fill the system up with water. And we put some red dye in there so that we can see it a little easier. We have a 1/2 inch tube fitting with 0.3 5-inch wall tube. Suggested allowable working pressure of the tubing is 2,600 psi. Most applications and users won't approach the 2,600 psi. But in any case, we'll take it up to about 10,000 and then beyond the working pressure of the tube.
All right, now just so that I'm sure of what you're saying, you're going to take the pressure almost 4 times beyond the suggested allowable working pressure of the tube, and the fitting will hold and there will be no leaks.
That's right, Tom.
All right.
The tube actually will fail before the fittings do.
Okay.
And you can notice the tube pressure ratings in the CBC-Lok catalog. But in our system today, 2,600 psi, we're going to get up to about 10,000 psi, and then we'll take it up to the burst pressure of the tube. There's a 4-to-1 safety factor built into the suggested allowable pressure ratings of the tube.
Mike, here comes the witness part. What are you going to do?
Okay, let's apply some pressure to the system. We'll take it up to about 4,000 psi. The suggested allowable working pressure, again, was 2,600 psi, so we've already exceeded that. We'll take it up to about 6,500 psi, and let's just go ahead and apply pressure to the system. You can see the tube is swelling.
Yes, it is.
We would see leaks. They'd be visual and noticeable at this point.
Whoa! You know, it's amazing, Mike. I mean, aside from that being incredible, that's the first time I ever saw it live for myself. And the one thing that I had trouble believing was that stainless steel tubing would burst and the Tylok CBC-Lok fitting maintained its leak-free integrity when intermixed with a competitor's component.
That's right, Tom. We're able to successfully demonstrate that you can take any one of the CBC-Lok components, the body, nut, front or rear ferrule, and intermix them in any combination with the competitor part and will not affect holding or sealing power.
Well, that is empirical evidence we just watched, my friend. And Mike, I got to ask you, if someone wants more information about Tylok and its products, how do they do it?
You can visit us at our website at www.tylok.com or give us a call at 1-800-321-0466. We'll be happy to send you a catalog or get you any information you need right away.
Hey, it was fun. And thanks for the truly impressive demonstration. Again, www.tylok.com.